how that championship movie is doing in its hometown.
Plus, 16 sports final. Joe Zone with high school football highlights and scores from just about everywhere, along with Tim Karlson. I'm Nolan Johannes.
And I'm Karen Harch. Newswatch 16 update is next.
WNEP salutes Sue Heon on her way to the Olympics.
This is the news station, WNEP 16.
The people in one Scranton neighborhood are trying to keep some shovels and bulldozers out of their part of town. As Newswatch 16's Kathi Belich reports, the neighbors in Keyser Valley are upset over plans for a strip mine near their homes.
The owner of this land, some 200 acres off Keyser Avenue in Scranton, wants to turn this into a strip mine like this. But many of the people who live in the valley are afraid that once the shovels stop, the 200 acres will still look like this. The owner, Diamond Colliery Company of Luzerne County, says if it gets a special city permit to mine here, it'll leave the land looking better than it does now. David Owens has lived in Keyser Valley for more than 50 years. He says he's heard that story before.
When they start digging around here, they don't fill it in, and we got a lot of people building in this section here, and it'll be a nice place in a couple more years. Even your factories and all are against it, and we don't want that around here. But
he and the dozens of others who are against the strip mining say it'll devalue their properties and even damage properties if there's blasting.
So that if blasting occur, it would cause damage to properties, lowering of property values, and this is a residential area, and we don't feel that a strip mine is advantageous to this area.
The people who live in the Keyser Valley along that hillside out there say they're willing to go to court over this, and they think they might have to. They say now more than ever they're willing to do anything to keep that hillside looking the way it does today. Kathi Belich, Newswatch 16, Scranton.
Coming up, why some people are calling this the worst summer in years.
Plus, we'll tell you how that movie is making out in its hometown of Scranton. That championship story when we come back.
How high will you try? $16,000 can be yours weekdays at 4.
It bombed in Boston and New York and didn't do much better in other parts of the country. But as Night Beat reporter Bob Costantini reports, that championship season has apparently found a home in its hometown of Scranton.
The West Side Theater in Scranton is that home. Because some of the movie was shot in Scranton, many of the people who do come to see that championship season have a special reason. Scranton native Jason Miller, who wrote and directed the play and movie, is the reason Helen Gula is here.
Jason Miller is my neighbor, and I've known him since he was small, like a young boy. And I wanted to see how he directed a picture.
I saw the original play on Broadway, and I enjoyed it very much, and I'm looking forward to a good performance here, especially since it's on the home grounds of Scranton.
Having been shot here, some people are on hand to watch the film's extras.
We heard that some of our friends are in it, and we'd like to see them. But I think I'd like to see just how it presents Scranton.
And although the crowd is somewhat sparse for a movie that was filmed partially in Scranton, the theater owners have decided to hold the movie over for another week.
People can't make it certain times, during the week or on the weekend, and we're going to try and accommodate them by holding the picture over.
Theater manager Rizzo says that championship season is making money at his box office, even though it didn't anywhere else. Bob Costantini, Newswatch 16, Scranton.
It's been anything but a championship season for area farmers. In Carbon County, for instance, the lack of rain this season has put this sweet corn in dismal condition, with harvest time about a month away. Farmer Bob Miller doesn't expect much of a harvest here and plans to hold back on some of his fall planting. Miller also has some empty fields where hay should be, more proof that it just wouldn't pay to put in the crops if you only get half the harvest.
Lack of rain is having another effect on forest land around northeastern and central Pennsylvania. Brush fires continue to burn in many areas tonight. At sundown, smoke could be seen here in Scranton coming from the hills in South Scranton. There are 2 separate fires sending smoke through neighborhoods here. While these burn away, they have been for at least 2 days. Another big blaze is reported on Penobscot Mountain in Luzerne County. District foresters warn all residents to be extremely careful in all wooded areas this weekend. And still ahead, Friday night football. Joe Zone and Tim Karlson with all the highlights and all the scores.
And Barry Finn will be filling us in on the weekend weather coming up, what it's going to be.
Hi, I'm Gina Salone from Reading. For the past 3 years, I've been a member of the Parkette National Gymnastic Team in Allentown. In 1981, I was a member of the World Games team, but soon I hope to become a member of the United States Olympic team. It will take a lot of hard work and dedication to achieve this goal, but it will also take your support. So please support the United States Olympic Committee. And who knows, maybe you'll be seeing me in Los Angeles.
Well, I see the trees starting to turn, and certainly with all the smell of forest fire smoke in the air, can fall be far away. But how about it, Barry? Any cooler weather on the way?
Well, not this weekend, Nolan, but by the beginning of the week, I think we'll see some cool weather. It'll be hot today, hot tomorrow, hot on Sunday, and cool on Monday. Now back to Joe Zone and sports. Oh, no, wait a minute. No, I do get a few minutes, okay? We'll go into some weather details. As I said, hot tomorrow, and we'll take a look at it in a moment. Let's see how nice and comfortable it is here this evening. Out in the backyard, temperatures currently standing at 72 degrees. The humidity is on the rise, 51%. Winds are out of the south at 5. The barometer right now is 30.08, and it's holding steady. The high in this backyard today was a nice, comfortable 85 degrees. The overnight low was rather chilly as 52, and the records of 95 and 39 are still on the books. Let's take a look at Newswatch 16's color satellite and look at all the clear skies over Pennsylvania. No wonder it was so sunny. No wonder it was so nice. All the hot, humid air down here over the nation's midsection, up in through the Ohio Valley, that will start streaming in toward us later tonight and tomorrow, and it will get downright hot and sticky. Our relief right now is right up here. There's a cold front. You can see the clouds. That cold front slowly working toward the east-northeast. We will see it arrive here later Sunday and see its effects by Monday, with cooler temperatures actually going down into the 70s. Some places may not get out of the 60s on Tuesday. Let's take a look at our forecast map for Sunday. This is the way the computer sees it. By 8 o'clock Sunday morning, just slicing through Pennsylvania, I think the computer's a little bit too fast. I don't think we'll see any effects from it until late in the day on Sunday, most likely on Sunday night. Well, no effects from a cold front at all tonight down at the Jersey Shore, or tomorrow or Sunday. A lot of sunshine. Look at those temperatures, 84 to 88. Ocean water right about 75 degrees. Good weekend at the Jersey Shore. Well, tonight it's going to be clear, comfortable. There will be some smoke around in the valleys. Temperature-wise, Oakland 57, Exeter, most of the metro regions about 60, Slatedale 62, Montoursville 61, State College 60, and Elkland at 57 degrees. All in all, a very, very pleasant night. We get another night tonight for comfortable sleeping, then tomorrow night, not too great. Well, tomorrow, hazy, hot, and humid. Look at these temperatures. I'm going to give this a try. Chocolat, 87. Montoursville for that big air show, about 90. State College, the home of the Nittany Lions of Penn State, 90 degrees. Lehman for the Luzerne County Fair, 87. And Topton, about 92 degrees. So all in all, it gets hot tomorrow. If you're a sun worshiper, get ready. And if you like the heat, get ready too. Let's take a look at the rest of the forecast. On Sunday, that hot weather continues, 90 degrees, maybe a thunderstorm late Sunday night, and then on Monday, some showers left over. It turns cooler, 75, Tuesday sunny, and about 72. So it looks like it's going to cool down, Nolan and Karen, as we head into the week.
All right, the cooler weather will be welcomed, I'm sure, by everybody.
Especially at nighttime. Better for sleeping.
Thank you, Barry.
Thanks, Barry.
A handful of jobs will be available in Northumberland County now that the former Zenith plant in Watsontown is being turned into a warehouse. The Moran Warehouse Company of Wilkes-Barre is getting a $5,000 loan from the state. The company will use that money to help with its $1 million project to turn the old Zenith plant into a warehouse and distribution center. You can see it here from Skycam 16. 750 people lost their jobs when the plant closed down last year. Over the next 3 years, 32 people will work at the Watsontown warehouse. Coming up, hold on to your seats, football fans.
Joe Zone and Tim Karlson will be here in just 2 minutes with high school football highlights and scores from everywhere. 16 Sports Final when we come back.
Everything you want to know about outdoor life Saturday.
Well, what a way to kick off the Big 11 tonight. The Super 16 game of the week, Tim. Our number 3 team, Valley View, against our number 10 Scranton Prep. You were there.
Yes, I was, Joe, and I'm happy to say that there was a big crowd there tonight to see a good game. I guess if you're a Valley View fan, you got to be extra happy. Valley View dominated the first half. Despite many procedure penalties, the Cougars were able to hold on to ball for the most of the first half. On their second possession of the night, here's quarterback Jeff Sparks running it for 39 yards. A fine effort. He goes in for the touchdown with 4:37 to go in the first quarter. It's 7-0 Valley View after the point after. On the next possession, first play of the second quarter, Dom Strata, watch this great run. He goes to the outside. He turns on the afterburners, then decides to cut back to the middle, then to the left side of the field. He goes all the way down for a great run to the Prep 10, a 75-yard run. This sets up a touchdown to come on 4th and goal. Jeff Sparks back to pass, hits Pack Swanch in the end zone, a 5-yard TD pass. The point after good, 14-0. Valley View lighting up the board again on their next possession. Randy Costantini with his pass from Sparks, 13 yards and the touchdown. PAT no good, 20-0 Valley View. That was the score at the half. Cavs playing much better in the second half, not well enough to make a full comeback. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Prep gets close in this 30-yard pass play. Joe Paciucci to Don Rinaldi to the Valley View 5-yard line. Next play, Prep finishes the 85-yard drive with this 5-yard TD run by Jeff DeAndre. The PAT was good. The final 20-7 Valley View after the game. We talked to one of the Cougars' key players, Dom Strata.
Line blocked real good for me. My guards did hell of a blocking around the corner. Okay, block like that, I'll have no problem all year.
Dom's 155 pounds, and I can't say enough about him, Tim. The kid really played an outstanding game for us. Real proud, not only of Dom, but we had a lot of kids in there banged up, and they hung in there. Showed a lot of character. I was real pleased with them.
So after 3 straight shutouts by Prep over Valley View, the Cougars come back big tonight, and we go to the scoreboard. Dunmore over Old Forge tonight, 19-7 in the Big 11. Now the Wyoming Valley Conference. Number 2, Coughlin blasting Tunkhannock 48-0. GAR doing the same to Crestwood 40-6. It was Hanover area beating Bishop Hoban 47-0. So our number 3 team, Valley View, opens with a big win. Joe, and what about our number 4 team, Wyoming Valley West?
The Spartans. They are off and rolling the first 2 weeks of the season tonight. They beat Myers 32-7. They went in with a game plan. The Spartans figured they'd have to stop this guy right here, Dwayne Harrison. He's a 6'1", 175-pound junior. Looks like he's down, but watch this. Bounces off on the play, breaks free, 54 yards, but that's as far as the Mohawks got on this drive. Big play later in the game. Stephen Ankavage grabs a fumble in midair and then takes it 12 yards for a touchdown. Valley West goes on to win 37-7. They're 2-0. Scoreboard now in the Eastern Conference. Number 1, Berwick. They haven't been scored on yet. 34-0 tonight. Bloomsburg beat Southern Columbia 13-6. Cardinal Brennan beat Pine Grove by a point. And our number 8 team, Shikellamy over Danville, 21-0. Another big, strong team out of the Southern Conference, Pottsville. Tim, how'd they do tonight?
And Joe, our number 12 team against Blue Mountain. As we take a look at the highlights, it's Pottsville's speed against Blue Mountain's defense. And number 11, Chris Painter, the quarterback, goes 21 yards on the scramble to score the touchdown. That made it 24-0 in this ball game. The final ended up Pottsville 24-6. over Blue Mountain as we go to the scoreboard. In the Eastern Conference, Tri-Valley lost to Millersburg 27-8. It was Lourdes Regional over Schuylkill Haven 26-6. Williams Valley over Upper Dauphin 8-0. And Nativity BVM beat Shenandoah Valley 32-6. Big game out in Hazleton tonight. The teams aren't ranked, but they don't need any extra incentive for this game. How about it, Joe?
Hazleton and West Hazleton, it's the 51st time that they've gone at it. Hazleton has dominated the series with 36 wins, but in this contest, you can throw away the previous records. It breeds its own excitement every year for both coaches and, yes, for players, too.
This is a big rivalry, Hazleton and West Hazleton, and anytime we play, no matter what the record is, no matter what happens, you can't look ahead to anything, playoffs or anything. This is our game of the year, and it's West Hazleton's game, so I think it's going to be a great game. We're up, you know, we think we have the team, and we'll do it.
Okay, let's check the opening play of the game. Number 21, Jim Kerr of Hazleton, starts the game, returning the opening kickoff 51 yards. Watch him go, but the Wildcats defense stiffens right there. Hazleton goes on to win it tonight, the final 19-0 over West Hazleton. Okay, on the board, Northern Tier, Troy beat Cowanesque Valley 40-20. Number 16, Towanda beat Waverly 41-25. In the West Branch, Loyal Sox shut out Hughesville, Mifflinburg and Lewisburg 7-7. Another big opener tonight in the Big 11, Riverside and West Scranton.
And Joseph, it was all West Scranton tonight, to say the least, in this one as we take a look. It was a one-man show almost tonight for the Invaders. Number 21, Jim Gohan, here for a short yardage and a touchdown. Then watch Gohan as a receiver. This one all the way for Goffen's second TD, and he's not through. As we take a look at this one, another short yardage play, and Goffen leads the Red Raiders to a 33-0 win over Riverside in the opener for both teams. He scored all 5 TDs for 123 yards, and we go to the board. In high school football, Warrior run over Milton 12-6. East Juniata lost to Bucktail 12-7. One of our Super 16 teams, Montoursville and Jersey Shore. Montoursville wins it 23-8. It was Du Bois over Lock Haven 6-0. South Williamsport blanked Montgomery 35-0, and Cedar Cliff lost to State College 7-0. And one of the strong C teams, Minersville, was at Tamaqua tonight, Joe.
That's right. You know, that Minersville team, successful the past couple of years, thanks in large part to a kid by the name of Danny Lispeth. I want you to take a look at him now. Number 39 in the white for Minersville. He had himself a dandy tonight. 236 yards on 27 carries. Watch this one. One of the real fine plays, and I busted up the middle, threw some tackles, and he just had a big night. He definitely led the way tonight for Minersville. This kid's being looked at by a lot of coaches around the eastern part of the country. Minersville 18-6 over Tamaqua. Elsewhere, Bethlehem Freedom over Pocono Mountain 34-14. Bangor 12, Pius the 10th. Zip. Whitehall shut out our number 14 team, Stroudsburg 23-0. Nazareth 6, Northampton 0. Lee Heighton 35, Salisbury 12. Penn Argyl over Pleasant Valley 14-12. And Canton shut out Muncie 19-0.
Now that's tonight's stuff, Joe, in high school. Tomorrow, the Big 11 preseason favorite, North Pocono, opens against Central. That should be a good one. Also, tomorrow, Penn State home with Cincinnati. What else, Joe?
We'll be Penn State home tomorrow. Also, Pittsburgh is home with Temple. We will be at both games. Highlights also tomorrow night of both of those games, and of course we'll have some of the post-game story of that one too. Okay, it's a good day to get up early. If you want to get up real early, take a look at it. 5:45 a.m. and then tomorrow afternoon at 5:15. And just a reminder, come on out to the golf course on Monday. We wrap up the golf series with 79 of mine, the Wilkes-Barre Golf Club. I'm going to be there at 2:30. I'd love to have you come along and sort of join in. Aren't they beautiful? The cards have come in, and we're going to have a winner one way or the other.
Well, I hope you do it, but I don't know, Joe. There's a lot of pressure on you now.
Speaking of a lot of pressure, you got a big weekend of sports coming up. We'll have the Pittsburgh stuff and the Penn State stuff and all the high school football.
Looking forward to tomorrow. It's going to be a good one.
That's all of it for here, and we'll bring you back to news right after this.
And that's our report for tonight.
Next on Nightline, another report on the shooting down of the Korean jet, this time the families of the victims of that crash. That's next on Nightline with Ted Koppel.
For the team, thanks for being with us and enjoy your weekend.